everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of my new series. This is going to be where I share an opinion of mine on a movie, a game, etc., which has a high chance of being in the minority. All right? So potentially some controversial topics. However, nothing offensive. Nothing on politics, religion, or anything like that. Purely on games, movies, TV shows, etc. Everyone has their own opinion. And if yours differs to mine, awesome. I want to hear about it. I want to hear what it is. I want to have a discussion. Let's have a chat. But now, I want to start off with something very close to me. All right. In my opinion, Sonic is better than Mario. I'm not trying to tell you this as a fact. I'm not trying to sway your personal opinion. All I'm asking is that you hear me out. Let's start with the plot. Almost all games that have Mario front and center are usually really good games. A good portion of the latter half of my childhood was spent at friends' places playing many different Nintendo games, including, but not limited to, Mario Kart on both 64 and SNES, Super Smash Bros., almost all the Super Mario Bros. Games, almost all the Donkey Kong games too, and many, many more. Now with the Mario games, very quickly I noticed that whilst the gameplay varied from title to title, the stories were all extremely similar. Turtle-like creatures known as Koopa Troopers invade the kingdom, and Bowser uses magic to turn its inhabitants, known as mushroom people, into inanimate objects, such as bricks. Bowser also kidnaps the princess, the only one who can reverse the spell. So, naturally, Mario sets out to save the princess, because princess. Now let's pause and deep dive here for a sec. The English manual for the original Super Mario Bros. Reveals a darker truth. Bowser had used his dark magic to turn the residents of the Mushroom Kingdom into brick blocks, as I mentioned before. Now these blocks are then unknowingly destroyed by Mario as he runs through each level. This means that Mario is responsible for massacring hundreds, if not thousands, of mushroom people. I guess this is why further on it reads, Mario, the hero of the story, in brackets, maybe. Sonic, on the other hand, has a similar situation. Dr. Robotnik is seeking the Chaos Emeralds for their power. He trapped all the local wildlife in robots or capsules. Now look, the original Japanese manual insinuates that he does this, well, because evil, but a popular fan theory would suggest that he's using them to power said robots, and therefore not requiring batteries or anything of the sort. Unlike Mario, brutally killing mushroom people throughout his adventure, we can clearly see animals moving away from the debris of broken robots as Sonic doesn't harm a single one. Whilst Mario games tend to repeat their narrative over and over and over and over again, to this day, Sonic has a clear plotline through each game, some of them even picking up exactly where the previous one left off. Like the end of Sonic 2, Sonic has just caused the Death Egg to plummet out of the atmosphere. He's got all the Chaos Emeralds. Tails flies up to meet him in the biplane. And then they come down and they supposedly land safely. Sonic 3 picks up exactly on that descent. They're coming down in the biplane. Sonic jumps off the biplane, turns into Super Sonic because he has all the Chaos Emeralds, and flies off to the shore, where he meets Knuckles. Goes straight into Sonic 3. Beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, let's talk about the visuals. Al Nilsson, the director of marketing for Sea of America, from 1989 to 1993, sums it up best with his story from the reveal of Sonic 1. After Nintendo's press conference was over, the press conference that was the launch of the SNES and Super Mario World, the doors to CES opened, and about 2 minutes after that, a reporter for a major national magazine approached Al and said Super Nintendo has 32,768 colors. You've only got 512. What are you going to do about it? Silently, Al motioned for the reporter to follow him over to their booths, where he had two screens set up side by side. One had the new 16-bit Super Mario, and the other had Sonic the Hedgehog. He asked the reporter, which one has more colors? He also told the reporter, it's not how many colors you have, it's what you do with them. The reporter immediately saw the difference. On a side note, The History of Sonic, Birth of an Icon, a 30-minute documentary that came with collector's editions of Sonic Generations for Sonic's 20th anniversary, is an absolute must-watch for any Sonic fan out there. Now, I previously mentioned Sonic 2 moving into Sonic 3. Sonic 3 also directly moves into Sonic & Knuckles. Sonic & Knuckles was a superb game, but not just for its gameplay. The physical cartridge had a slot on the top which allowed you to put old Sonic games on top of that, and that allowed you to replay said games as Knuckles, which you couldn't previously do before, which was fantastic. It completely revitalized all the old games. It was the DLC of the 90s, let's be real. This allowed you to do things that you couldn't normally do. Knuckles has the ability to glide and climb walls, giving you access to more areas that Sonic and Tails couldn't necessarily get to. But it came with a cost. Knuckles can't jump as high as Tails and Sonic can, rendering some bosses a tad bit more difficult. But the thrill of going back through with a whole new character again back then was just limitless. Speaking of characters, I personally believe that Sonic has much greater potential and much wider range of personalities inside their games. Keeping it to the basics for the most part, you have Mario, who only seems to do what he does for himself. He's just, I don't know, boring? Luigi is at least a comic relief, and occasionally funny. Peach just seems to flail about like the damsel in distress she is. Bowser just never learns. He does the exact same thing again, and again, expecting different results. Einstein's definition of insanity was doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Wario was designed as, and I quote, the Bluto to Mario's Popeye, so childhood rivals, and Wario eventually became jealous of Mario and Luigi's success, I guess leading him down his darker path. Waluigi, on the other hand, is an absolute creep who only exists so Wario could have a doubles partner in tennis. None of that is a joke. He was literally brought into the world of Mario so that Wario could have a doubles partner in tennis. That's it. An issue of Nintendo Power, catalogued in the last couple of years on Twitter, revealed that Waluigi is just some dude that Wario hired. Waluigi isn't even his real name. Wario apparently searched an internet actor pool and hired Jimmy Papadopoulos to act like his doubles partner and pretty much be a foil for Luigi. Waluigi has since legally changed his name, or maybe not. Another tweet suggests that the Jimmy Papadopoulos article is fake, with some information taken from a different Nintendo Power post. But here it says Wario enlisted Waluigi, which still suggests the two are evil buds. But they're not brothers, they're not cousins, they're just Sonic is a fast, adventurous, and sometimes cocky, but a fun character that would protect his world from anything, no matter the cost. Tails is smart. I mean, come on, he's a borderline genius, whilst being like a younger brother to Sonic. We all know Sonic's backstory by this point, but Tails first debuted in Sonic 2 on the Sega Master System, which was only released in limited countries. In this game, Sonic rescues Tails from Dr. Robotnik. Now, this game could theoretically serve as a prequel to the Sonic 2 we all know and love on the Genesis, where Tails is seen following Sonic around this entire adventure. Knuckles is strong, acts like the tough guy of the group, and has the twist of starting off as a villain turned good guy. He arrives in Sonic 3, where Dr. Robotnik has tricked him into believing that Sonic is after the Master Emerald. So now, Knuckles is after Sonic, giving Dr. Robotnik enough time to get the Death Egg back up into the air, the same one that Sonic knocked out of the sky in Sonic 2. Sonic once again knocking it out of the sky at the end of Sonic 3, Dr. Robotnik pushes forward and ends up actually finding the Master Emerald in Sonic and Knuckles. And this is that moment when Knuckles realizes he's been had, he's been swindled, and switches sides. Look, I won't go into detail, but there are so many other well fleshed out characters in later games that add so much more to building a greater world and a much larger sense of purpose. So Mario has characters, and Nintendo seems to have gone, oh, you like these characters, let's make more of those characters. Whereas Sonic characters, for the most part, are unique. Even the ones that happen to physically resemble another character are completely different down to their core, with the exception of Metal Sonic, who was created by Dr. Robotnik to almost flawlessly imitate Sonic. So it actually works pretty well with the story. Now, racing, which everyone would assume is a landslide in one particular character's favor, I'm gonna push a lot of buttons and say the opposite. As a whole, Mario Kart is fantastic. However, the AI, the rubber banding effect, and overall cheating of the system itself is one of the worst I've ever seen. It just tells me that instead of making drivers better, we'll just make them cheat. The rubber band will work more against you than the CPUs. The CPU will always have a blue shell or a lightning bolt or something at the exact same spot on the exact same lap every track, because reasons. We've all been there. We've all had, 10 items hitting us an inch before the finish line on that last lap to stop us from coming first. It's infuriating. The Sonic racing games were genuinely fast. They required more skill for cornering, they had less of a rubber banding effect, the courses were gorgeous, the world was full, far from empty. They had actual transformations between air, land, and sea, and above all of it, you've got the happiness knowing that the only reason Sonic is in a car in the first place is because if he was on foot, there wouldn't be a race. Sonic being in a car is a handicap. I mean, can you think of anyone that's going to catch Sonic when he's on foot?
Kids, don't use Formula One race cars to chase hedgehogs.
Sonic has also brought in proper team-based racing in their third game. It's a win-win-win for Sonic so far. Plus, even the intro screens. I mean, look at Mario Kart 8. They have a couple of different main menu screens for various reasons. Whereas here is a quick snippet from Sonic Team Racing's intro. For copyright, that's all I can put in, but Crush 40, enough said. And moving into TV, movies, etc., I'm gonna pop a big bang spoiler alert right here, because I will be talking about Sonic 2, the movie. Firstly though, The Adventures of Sonic was a consistent source of joy in my childhood. Yeah, there's been a lot of duds after that, but they all took risks, they all went in different directions. They all brought something new to the table. Whilst it's incredibly childish in hindsight, I still love the series Sonic X, and even the Sonic movie. Yeah, there was an animated Sonic movie. Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic 2 are the top 2 highest grossing video game movies of all time. Why, you ask? Good question. They largely follow the same plot points that the games did. Where Sonic came from, Tails' character as a whole, and pretty much the entire story of Knuckles. Almost exactly as it was laid out in the games. I'm gonna add that the portrayal of Knuckles in Sonic 2 was fantastic, like by far one of the best bits of the movie. Easily. I couldn't have asked for a better Knuckles. I was bouncing up and down, laughing, carrying on, and everything throughout that entire movie. I got more enjoyment, on a personal level, out of seeing Sonic 2 than I did seeing Spider-Man No Way Home. No Way Home is just an absolutely amazing movie. One of the best. I had more enjoyment seeing Sonic 2. I was constantly on the edge of my seat. I was bouncing up and down laughing. And the reveal at the end. Oh my god. I didn't see it coming. And it was just... the way I carried on, my fiance turned and looked at me and just said, "Now I know why our son is weird." And moving on to Mario. Well, can we just not talk about the... We don't have to? Okay, awesome. Well, we're going to skip past the 1993 Mario movie because no one wants to be reminded that that exists. Now, we all know about that kiss that Sonic had. But why is no one talking about a much worse problem? One where, I don't know, maybe this giant spiky-shelled tortoise king is forcefully kidnapping and trying to marry a human princess. Don't get me wrong. I really do enjoy Mario games. I really do. When Mitch and I catch up in person, most of the time we end up playing Mario games. So look, I'm really not trying to dump on them. I just believe Sonic is better than Mario. The best part about this is that Sonic being better than Mario is just my opinion. At the end of the day, that's all it is. Just my opinion. It's not fact. Regardless of whether your opinion aligns with mine or it differs from mine, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. While you're there, if you want, hit that like and subscribe button as well. Otherwise, I've got links in the description to both my Twitch page, where I play a lot of games live, and in the future I'll be having a lot of these kind of conversations with my friends who have vastly differing opinions to me. Otherwise, join in chats right there in the moment in Discord. Link is also in the description. But anyway, that's about all the time I have for now. Thank you so much for watching my very first attempt at one of these kinds of videos. I really hope it went over well. And, it's going to be more in the future. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for your time. But remember, most of all, what I'm really grateful for is, look, thank you for hearing me out. But until next time, stay safe. Bye.